Alright gang, welcome back to our survival challenge here on New Frontier. It is February day 1, 8:30 in the morning, and as you can tell, I have made a ton of money, and you can also probably tell that our field is now going to be becoming much larger. So much so that we have got to the point where this is the extent that this field is going to go to. It is a significantly large field. I am not doing a very good job here of keeping this thing straight. I'm going to have to go back and touch that up as I normally do anyway, but we finally got there, gang. We finally got there. I got rid of a ton of trees utilizing that tree devour mod. I love that thing. A little OP, as we've mentioned a number of times, but I do love it. It really is extremely helpful once you've got to a point in a series or whatever it is you're doing and you need to expand at a rapid pace. It helps out a lot. I've also done a little bit of other work as well. So I've done a little bit of tree work off camera. Besides removing trees, we've also added some trees back in certain areas. I did a little tiny bit of gravel work on the entrance into this field. As I mentioned, we'll look at it here in a minute. Back there in that corner, I said I wanted to have the entrance for this field, and I have set that up pretty much to the point where I'm happy with it. I might make a couple other minor modifications to it, but for the most part, it is done. So things are good, man. Things are really good. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm very excited, man. Now, it is February. There's nothing really we can drill today, exception of maybe cotton. Yeah, cotton can be put in the ground today. I do not think we're going to be doing cotton on this series. We will do cotton at some point in the near future on a different series, but not this one, I do not think. So today's another day of we're just going to try to add some more productions, clean up the areas a little bit more, try to make things look a little bit neater, and obviously continue to expand as much as we can with more fields. So when the time does come that we're able to go ahead and drill, we will have a ton of fields that need to be processed. Now, once we're done with this field, our next goal is to kind of go over there. So for a long time, we've been neglecting that area over there. And what I mean by that is kind of our initial land. We haven't really got to the end of that area. And I said I wanted to expand that out, and that's still the goal. However, it's been slowed a little bit due to the fact that we've expanded over here, and this land was just a little bit more, I was going to say fertile, but I really don't know for a fact that it was more fertile, but it is just a better land overall. Looks like I'm going to have to get rid of a few more trees here. I might be getting a little bit too close here. I might have to come back and just fix it with some paint, maybe. Yeah, I am getting a little bit too close. So it looks like we actually already had it. So maybe I can just take some paint. Let's just do that right now. Let's work on just doing a little bit of paint work to try to clean this up. While we're at it, we'll head down here and I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as the entrance to here. Now, you certainly could drive through the trees. I'm not saying you cannot do that, but this is the entrance I had envisioned for it, right? So you've got a nice little gravel entrance here from our main yard area. Some trees kind of surrounding it. I like it a lot. I do have a tree here on the ground. We're going to pull that into a sawmill at some point. I don't know if it'll be today specifically or not, but we will pull that into one of the sawmills here very soon. So let's get the paint out. Let's see if we can fix this, because I kind of screwed it up. This is probably not going to be the best quality for you, but I'm going to do the best I can here to try to keep it. Alright, perfect. Alright, so there, we've got our line now. Now I just got to kind of have to stay on the line. It's not the easiest thing to do. I already messed it up. I'm going to have to come back and touch that up with the drill. Or the plow, excuse me, not the drill. But you get the point. Alright, we've pretty much got it fixed here. I'm just going to kind of follow this line back down here, and then we'll put a little bit of grass back down on this spot. But we've pretty much got the line set now. It's just a matter of filling everything in for the most part. And making sure I don't miss my line, like I just did there. So in the last episode, we kind of talked about, you know, the dairy that we put down, the dairy production we put down, and what we were going to put in there. Thought I turned something on. Evidently, I didn't do that, or it didn't save, one of the two. So I have turned it on since. So it is going now. We're utilizing the buffalo mozzarella, which is kind of cool. Decided to go with that. The chocolate needed actual cow milk. It cannot be utilized from buffalo milk, from what I could tell. To be fair, I did not actually fully test that out, but from what I could see on the little logo, the image, it was definitely a cow. It was not a buffalo. There is a different image on the milk for each of them. So I didn't really want to take the chance on that. I just decided that we would just do the buffalo mozzarella because we haven't done that anyway. So why not just do that one? All right, perfect. That has been fixed. It looks a lot better. We do have a rounded corner down here. I did that on purpose just based off of the entrance here. I might even expand the gravel a little bit more here as we carry on. The last episode, we started working on this. I did go ahead and finish it. As you can see, it runs all the way down here. I might potentially knock down a few more of these trees here and just continue this track coming down to here and kind of line up with this one maybe. We'll see if I decide to fully go through with that or not. It probably won't be today, but you never know. I've changed my mind many times before, so it may happen. Now, I believe there's a couple of stumps in here. There's one right there I can already see that I've missed just because I couldn't find them at the time. I think that's another one right there. So there's quite a few stumps in here. So we will need to get that tree devour mod back out so we can go ahead and take care of getting rid of these stumps. Now, we are very close. We're not there yet, unfortunately, still, but we're very close to getting another pallet of furniture. 20 liters to be exact. I don't know for sure if it'll be ready today or not. That thing is so ridiculously slow. I am going to go ahead and add another one down, and by another one, I'm saying hopefully a different production that we can utilize to try to speed up that furniture. Because that's just taking way too long at this point. I mean, we've expanded an absolute insane amount, and we still haven't got another pallet that's spawned since then. So, the amount of expansion we've done without another pallet spawning is insane, I guess is what I was trying to get at. So we definitely will be putting down another one. It'll be today. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put it yet. I'm still kind of figuring that one out. But I will find it soon enough, or find the location, I should say, soon enough, and we'll get that going. Got a couple of little twigs in here that we'll need to try to clean up as well. We want to make sure those are not stuck in the ground. As you know, they like to get stuck in the ground a lot. That Tree Devourer mod is nice because it does have the ability, and it will remove all of those that are stuck in the ground. Which is different from the other stuff we've been utilizing because we could never winch them, we can never get them out of the ground, but so it's nice to have it for that reason alone. But obviously we're utilizing it for a much larger job than that. Now there's some room here that I could put some more trees in here. I'm not positive if I'm going to do that or not. I might just leave it as it is. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so we're going to be doing this today. We're going to knock down some more trees over there today and go sell those. We're going to be getting close here, I would think, by the time we're done with everything on the land that we currently own, to getting probably 4 million, honestly, which is absolutely insane. That's good. There are quite a number of stumps we missed. There's one there, there's one there, there's another one up here. There's also some twigs that are stuck in the ground, like I mentioned. We're going to have to get rid of those. This field is massive, though. Look how big this field is, man. Look how large this field is and going to be. In comparison to the other ones. I mean, look at the size of that field compared to the rest of these. I mean, that's truly massive. This is the area I'm talking about. We're going to continue to work towards this because we've got this awkwardly shaped field here that we eventually would like to, fix. So that's what we're going to be working on here soon. Now, we're also going to need to take a look and see how our animals are doing. We have not given them any kind of attention here for a couple of episodes, so we need to see how they're doing. I'm sure they're probably doing okay, honestly. We did have quite a lot of food in there for them. The water buffalo might be the only ones that are maybe having a little bit of a weak time, and I say weak time meaning that they don't have as much food in there. The sheep are perfectly fine. They're fine. They've got 33,000 food in there. They're fine. So, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's good. Animals are good. Could certainly probably do a little bit more work over there for the animals, though. The sheep have plenty of room to continue to reproduce. It might be a point for us to consider buying some more actual sheep to throw in there instead of just waiting for them to reproduce. I don't know yet. We've got a couple pallets of wool that need to be moved over to Grandma's house. We've got quite a lot of pallets over there of the walls, which I'm not positive if the log cabin will need any further or not. We can go ahead and put down the remainder, at least for now, and unless we decide to expand it further, of our greenhouse little area, right? We said we were going to put down 2 more greenhouses. We've got plenty of money to do so now, so we might as well do that as well. So there's a number of things to do today. We also did not really do any kind of sprucing up, with the exception of adding a few trees around in the last episode, like you said we were going to do, so we can do that today as well. Try to clean things up, just make things look better overall, add a few more productions, at least one more production, if maybe a few more isn't the right word, but at least one more production. And just really get the farm in tip-top shape and looking good. Probably add some fences down some areas. I think maybe adding a few fences would be good. It would be nice. More specifically, kind of by our little tree tunnel we built over here, right? Add some fences around there. Maybe even once we're fully happy with this over here, and maybe add a fence around that area and keep it just as a forestry-like area. I think all of that makes sense, and fences are not cheap, and I don't really know what kind of fence I want to put down yet, but that's some more, decoration type of stuff, sprucing up the area that I'd like to do. Probably also buy some more equipment today. We've got plenty of money, and it would be nice for us to upgrade some certain equipment and really buy some more equipment, because when time comes to start drilling all these fields, we are going to have a lot of fields to drill here, and we're going to have to be utilizing workers, and really, we're going to need more than what we have. We've got 3 tractors, which is great. We have a planter, and we have an actual drill. But it might be smart for us to pick up another one, right? Used market, I don't think there was anything out there today. Nope, there's nothing out there today for us, except for that shallow cultivator, but we don't really need that. Maybe we upgrade the harvester, right? Or maybe we buy a second harvester. Maybe that's the way to go, buying a second harvester. I think that probably would be smart, too. Although it probably would get, very little work for a while. But once these fields are all ready and they all are ready to harvest, there's going to be a lot going on. We've got a couple of fields that are currently growing that are going to need to be harvested as well, right? So all of that's probably going to be happening at the same period of time. Now, the nice thing is we do have 2 days a month on this series, which normally I do not do. I normally just do 1 month, or 1 day per month. So we do have a little bit of a buffer there, right, if we need it. We don't get something complete in one of the days of that month, we can always, come back to it later on. And I am just doing a terrible job here, aren't I? I think the plow was slightly not wide enough for that, but I need to pick one side so I don't have to do it twice that way when I come back, right? I'm really happy with this field, man. I'm really, really happy with it. It is a massive field. All right, we are pretty much done with the field here. We got to go pick up the tree devour mod and the trailer and get rid of these stumps really quick. I don't think the stumps are going to give us anything as far as wood chips go, but I'm going to pick it up anyway just in case. We do have those little branches that are stuck in the ground. We might get a little bit out of those. This tree's a bit in the way here. I'm going to need to get rid of that tree today, too. Now, we do have a stump grinder over here that we said we were going to get rid of, I don't know, many episodes ago. We have still yet to do it. So I need to think about, or not even think about, I need to plan to get rid of that today, since we have some time today. I'd also like to modify the yard here a little bit, try to make it a little bit straighter. As you can see, it's kind of at an angle, so if I get rid of these barns and put down the same ones, or maybe we upgrade to different barns, who knows, but just try to line it up a little bit better with the edge of the tree line here. I think that's a smart play for us to do. Let's hook up here. Now, the actual way to get into this field is obviously where we just came out of, right here down at the end. There are some areas where you could, like right there, like you could just jump through there if we needed to. I'm going to leave those like that. Probably will always go down here and take, you know, the actual way you're supposed to go. Ooh, look at these stumps I missed here. Take the actual way we're supposed to go, but if we need to, for whatever reason, take that shortcut, we have that option. Yeah, stumps aren't going to give us anything. I didn't think so. But you know, it's worth a shot. Alright, perfect. Now, this thing might give us something. Yep. 5 liters. That's okay. It's stuck in the ground. We got 5 liters out of something that was stuck in the ground. I'm not really complaining. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here's our stumps. Okay, there's one. I thought there was another one right here. Wasn't there another one right here? Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. And then there's a big dog down here we got to get rid of. There's 2 of them down here. That's right, I forgot about that other one. All right, this field should be done. I don't think there's anything missing in here. If there is, we'll get it when we drill it, right? But I'm pretty sure we got them all. All right, we've got a new carpentry building down here. I'm just kind of making this our little carpentry wing, I guess, if you will. Go ahead and put the first log into here. I had to get rid of one of the logs back here behind it, but I'm just going to put down another tree in its place. It just was a little bit too close for comfort, so I went ahead and removed that. We want that off. We want that off. There we go. Okay. It should be in there. We should be able to get it going now. I do have it on, so we should start making furniture out of this now, which is great. I like this a lot better. Once that one actually hits enough to you know, put 1,000 liters of it out, which we're 10 liters away, I'm just going to go ahead and remove it. I know there's wood in there. I know I'm going to waste it. We've got plenty of wood. I'm not that worried about it. We've got plenty of money. Again, I'm not that worried about it. We're just going to get rid of it. We don't need it anymore. We really don't. And I did a little bit of work, obviously, around it. I said I was going to start making things look a little bit neater, and I've kind of accomplished that by putting some gravel around the edges here, as you would typically expect, and then kind of mixing it in here with our asphalt that, to me, looks like dark gravel. But anyway, So we're working on that. We're going to continue to work on that as we carry on here. So that's done. So our next step here is we're going to put down some more greenhouses here. I said we were going to do that, but we've got to get rid of these trees first. I'm going to pull all these trees out, and we're going to put them into here. And I've got the Tree Devour mod on. As you can see, we're not really going to be utilizing it for wood chips. We're just going to help us get rid of some stumps because there are quite a lot of stumps over here. So getting rid of some of these is going to help, and we're just going to go ahead and do it while we're here. As you can see, there's an absolute ton. My goal is to keep the trees right here that you're seeing. I've said that early on, I think, when we first put down this area. And that's still my goal. I'm not going to get rid of that. I want to have a bit of a path coming through here. So let's go ahead and hook up to this tree that's already been knocked down. We can go ahead and pick that up and carry it over there. Because this one might be partially in the way for the greenhouse extension here. I might have pushed that a little bit too far. I don't know if it's going to accept it or not. Where's my trigger at? Yeah, I pushed it too far, I guess. There we go. Alright, nice. We've got 3,811 liters of wood in here. It only holds 12,000, which I'm actually really surprised about. Considering how large this is, you would think it would be able to hold a lot more than that, but it doesn't for whatever reason, so... But that's okay, right? Alright, we should now have enough room. Yeah, we should have enough room to be able to put down the rest of the greenhouses, so let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. Try to line this up as best I can here. Boom. Perfect. And one more. Boom. All right, there's our little greenhouse area. Our little 6 greenhouse area. I'm happy with it. Let's go ahead and drop some water in there. I mixed drop and dump together. Drop some water. I swear, if the words that I mix together, we can make shirts out of this and probably sell it and make millions. It's a joke. We can make any kind of money probably off of it. But maybe I should. Maybe I should consider doing that. It'd be pretty funny. Alright, let's go ahead and turn these on, because there's a couple of them that we do not have on. Alright, they all should be good now. Yep, there's enough water in there for them now. There's still a lot of water in here, so I'm just going to leave it here for right now. Turn that off. Let's jump back into our case here. Alright, we've got a better idea now of how much room we're going to need here. Obviously, some of these trees are going to have to go. I'm going to get rid of this little stump thing here. I don't really care about this. It's not going to provide that much anyway. But we at least now know, like, where we need to go to knock down these trees. Really, it's going to be this set. So if I imagine... That's really loud, I know, I apologize. But if you imagine this right here, get rid of that. Get rid of these. This bush thing. All of these kind of leading up to here. Kind of imagine this as being the line here. And then that way we can kind of connect the gravel here to the back of the greenhouses, to the back of the sawmill, etc. How is our... Speaking of sawmills, how is our other sawmill doing? The one we're going to eventually get rid of. Not much left in there, which is good, right? It's only got 6,589 left in it. So probably the next episode we'll be able to get rid of that sawmill there, which is going to help us out a lot too. Okay. So we need to pull the rest of these trees out. There's quite a few over there that I have knocked down. They've been sitting there for what feels like an absolute eternity. So we need to get those. We need to get all of these trees out. We need to pull all of them and get them over to our new production so we can make some more furniture out of them. That's huge. We really, really need to get as much wood in there as we can quickly here. Really, we're not going to be able to pull that many trees into there based off the amount of space that it has. But we should fill it up to max right now while we have the opportunity to do so. Because soon enough, as I've mentioned early on in this episode, we're going to be at a point where we've got all kinds of stuff that we're doing, and we're not going to have time to do any more tree work for a while. A lot of glitching going on there for some reason. Alright, let's see. Carpentry, it's got almost half in there already, which is crazy to me. Our big sawmill is out of wood, so we could put some more in there. I don't really think we need to right now. I think we have plenty of the walls, prefab walls, right now. More than plenty, really. Right, these two might be difficult to get out of here, but we're going to give it a shot. Need to spray off the case. It's getting pretty dirty. This should be close enough. Alright, I'm just going to have to meander my way this way with it. I think I'll be able to get them out if I go this way. Maybe not. Maybe not. Come on, we're inching. We're inching slowly but surely here. There we go, baby. There we go. Nice. Just have to drive all the way down here and turn around, which is, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Now, these two should do the trick as far as the carpentry goes. I think it'll be full. Might not even accept both of them. It did. Here we go. Quick save. Quick auto save here. Yeah, that's full. We do not need to put any more in there, so that's good. All right, so we'll leave that there for now. All right, so with all of that done, let's go pick up the trailer yet again, and we'll go ahead and start working on getting rid of some more of those trees down that way so we can continue to expand over there. Alright, so massive progress here, gang. We're back up to 3 million from selling all those wood chips. And clearly, we've expanded significantly just by getting rid of what we have got rid of so far. Pretty happy with it, honestly. Like I said, start doing some fence work here soon. But pretty happy with where we've got to. Want to put down some more gravel here. I said I wanted to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I also think I'm going to modify the edge here of the sawmill a little bit. I think it would make more sense having gravel on the edge there, where you typically would bring your trees to drop off, right? I think it makes a little bit of sense. There's a bale loader there. Nothing too exciting. Nothing we're going to be utilizing, at least. Let's see. Is this the one we're utilizing? I think we're utilizing the one that has more rocks in it. Now, the reason it's doing some weird stuff here. Like, it's spawning in like squared areas, but then if you wait for a few minutes, it fixes itself. It's a little weird. Why? I don't know why it's doing that, but it is for whatever reason. So it's just the textures and stuff are not populating as soon as you put it down. You got to wait a minute, and then it'll eventually populate. Kind of weird. Anyway. It might be difficult for me to get rid of that stump there. I didn't really see that one. I thought we'd get rid of all the stumps before I put that down there, but I guess I didn't. So this is going to be a little bit of a bigger graveled out area, and this is on purpose. This is by design. I plan to put something here. There's some more stumps to get rid of as well, as you can tell. But I plan to put something here, so having more gravel here is by design. I'm not sure if I'll move it over there. I probably will not today. But really what I'm going to do is these trailers here, I'm going to stick them over here. This is going to be kind of a storage area for them, if you will. And obviously if we don't utilize the water tank for some reason, I don't know why I wouldn't leave it there. But if I wasn't to, it would be over here storing as well. I think it just makes sense. There's just plenty of room here for them to come in and turn around. And so we're gonna go with that. Now, as far as this area goes here, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do with it just yet. It's going to be something that's going to be placed there, production or something along those lines, maybe another shed, who knows. So for now, I'm going to stop the painting at that point until we decide what we're going to do back here. Really, we've got to get rid of this first and this before we decide what we're going to do. Did that pallet spawn? No, of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. Why would it? How close is it? Well, autosave. One liter away, so that'll spawn any minute here, which is good. We can go ahead and take care of that then. I don't remember, as it's been a couple of episodes, honestly. Now, I don't remember if we need another 1,000 liters of furniture. I feel like we do. Pretty sure we needed 2,000 or 3,000 more liters of furniture, and it's just taking us that long to get to that point. Let's see if I can get rid of this. I probably can't, but let me see if I can get rid of this stump. If I go at it at a different angle here. Hey, look at there. We got it. Nice. Nice. Now, there's a ton of stumps over here that we're going to have to get rid of. You saw me get rid of a few of them earlier on, but we're not going to hit all those right now. We got enough. We got all the ones that are right next to the gravel here, so we got enough for now. All right, let's go put this away. Now let's move these pallets here of wool over to Grandma's house. Or Grandma's knitwear. I like to call it Grandma's house, but it's actually Grandma's knitwear. Well, that was terrible, Z. A little bit of a glitch going on here. It's kind of going through the ground there a little bit, but that's all right. We got them. Now, this area right here, we're going to put something here. I'm not positive what I want to do with it yet. I have some ideas, but they have not come to fruition yet. They will soon. They will very soon, actually. But it won't be this episode, so Maybe in the next episode or the following one, we will have something put into that location. Now, we're going to have to get rid of those trees to do so. They are in the way. But that's okay. Not worried about that at all. That can be done in the next one. So, pretty productive day. Not a massive, not a massive amount of changes specifically. A little bit of some maintenance, expanded and finished off the new field. Continued to chop down more trees, expanded out some of the areas with the greenhouse, right? We've got more gravel put down. Things are starting to look a little bit better. We've got to continue that progress of making things look better around the yard as we move along. We're going to leave it here, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. All that good stuff. Thanks to my members. Links down below in the description if you want to become a member. Link to the Discord is also down there, among other things. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.